Jesus. 3/4 of the map's gone. 3/4 of the zone is off the map.
25th place for Nobu Spartan and Blink CJ. This is again one of those long-standing duos that have been together since Verdansk.
I feel it. You got the memory of a fucking limitless character. Holy shit.
25th, they gotta make a move, and they need to make a move now.
Well, you've got Team Toph and Team
Jesus
Vanessa
Christ.
contesting over at Rostova shops, and this is a really nice starting position. You can find a lot of cash, get a loadout really quick, but we are already throwing the suppression mines on the wall just in case someone decides to
This quals, yeah, this is losers bracket. The bottom 8 teams today go home for sure. The 12 teams above that, so like 21st through 31st, 32nd, whatever, they go to the LCQ, which if you go to LCQ, ooh, Clutch Box Team Demon. If you go to the LCQ, you have to get top 4 in that, so you're almost fucked anyways. And then the top 20 today move on to...
Just a hair of a different ending this time around. Oh, Clutch Milk!
I think top 20 today moves on to... Do they play against the winners tomorrow?
And what I thought was going to be a free and clear victory for Team Clutchbug, it looks like the trades
tomorrow or
come through. And frankly,
Wednesday.
We'll come back to that later because
yeah. So I think the top 20 from this play the top 20 from winners.
Frankly, why was Clutchbug challenging that by himself? Play as a team, gentlemen. Just like Sir Taylor is trying to do here. Last alive.
On the 19th. We have NA on the 19th.
By Team 31. Wow.
To be fair, I loved T's angle originally, but if you're on the roof trying to find that angle onto Toph, the one thing
Romani,
you
watch your mouth, pal.
is someone that's going to be on that roof from the squad looking at it. Now Sir Taylor trying to
think this is, bro?
Put him on skates, dolphin diving, trying to use the wilderness out here in the open for any bit
this guy
of cover. But it
just running down the middle of the open. The fuck is that?
On out. We'll check in with that squad later because
yeah, we have EU losers tomorrow.
Just on the outskirts of Old Town, maybe more towards Sea Town.
And then
he's got 2 squads vying it out just ahead of them. You can probably hear the shots on the screen, and we're going to be looking for some opening.
Is it like is it like semis on Wednesday? Is that what is it called?
Bunker Buster and Pocket and
it's not the finals because LCQ still has to happen and do all that, but
yeah, it's so hard.
What's it called? This would be like semis or something.
One of our only 2 console players competing.
I guess
it's Lalet and then it's Reidboyy, and that's it.
It is finals, I guess. Yeah.
Both dominating, frankly.
Interesting.
Both teams have a great chance to make it. Lalet has had a fantastic run.
Oh, because then LCQ just goes directly to LAN. Got it. They don't have to play against. Okay, yeah. So we have finals on. We have finals on the 19th/20th. 6 games.
This is a team definitely to keep your eyes on. They need another good game.
And the top 20 of that go on to the LAN. The bottom.
Free and clear thus far.
The bottom teams all go to the LCQ.
Yeah, when you say just inside the top 20, if they're sitting
Except
in 17th
I think the bottom 8 teams also
1.8 points or so, holding them inside that threshold. We know that every elimination
Wait, A to Z, does the bottom 8 teams in the finals just go home?
1 point to decide likely the difference between advancing to regional finals or going to that purgatory of last chance.
Or is this like an old picture
This is a team
before they increase the amount of teams or some shit? This says 21st through 32nd go to LCQ.
Yeah, I believe again this team.
There's 40 teams though, so how's that work?
Just barely inside top 20. We're going to be kind of watching a lot of those.
Oh, okay, it's an old pick. Got it.
The edge of making it to regional finals or having to go to LCQs because that's the name of the game. The teams at the top: Devo, OP Mark, Clown, even now potentially Team Tommy, Sitrep. Those squads have likely already made regional finals with their point totals on the board. Now things could shift up slightly.
Whoever wins this today doesn't really matter at all, chat. By the way, like, cool. It's good to win. You get the reps in. You know, whoever wins this doesn't really. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he sent them. It doesn't really matter at all. It's all about just as long as you get top 20, you're in the same position. First place is the same as 20th place today.
Probably still see those teams playing hard. It's just a matter of which teams.
The big difference is the bottom 8 all go home permanently. No LCQ or anything. They're fully out of the entire tournament. And then
trying to make a play here against
the 12 teams above that go to the LCQ in July.
They need this fight and they need this map. Early gunshots go through.
So a lot of these bottom teams need to start clutching up. We need a raised team to do. They need to do better. They're not in a good spot right now, I don't think. They're in like 24th.
Trying to play cleanup from up above. We lose Rudy, Tiff.
Yeah, we definitely do. Going to be sent to the gulag here, but this is make or break for Team Nobu. Spartan sitting in 27th place, 32.8 points. Bling CJ takes the chow, dumpsters onto Sunny, and hopefully they can survive the gulag.
Movement cooking.
For now, though, we'll check in with some other squads hitting.
Azza, thank you for the 5 months. Snowflake, thank you for the 37 months. Squiz, thank you for the 2. Ooh, Clutch Belk. Clutch Belk on the roof.
Angles are horrendous.
Clutch Belk gets the knock from up above. That might have been
Are there any big teams looking to be out of the tourney? Not really yet. Only the bottom 8 teams today go out. I don't really think there's any good teams in the bottom 8 right now.
Playing underneath the bridge for a bit of cover, but still not inside of his zone too. So
Ripper's team. Oh wait,
it looks free for the most part.
that Ripper's team is doing decent. Yeah, we don't really know any of these teams in the end, so not really any big upsets yet.
Outside of zone. Because really, there's not much else he can do at this point.
Technically, even on Wednesday, when all the really good teams play, even the teams that don't get top playing that still play the LCQ in July. So there's like, wait.
What kind of angles Funzy's going to be able to take here? It looks like.
Wait, everyone hold. Everyone hold. Oh no.
Lost the fight. There are TVs.
Alright.
Time to head back to base.
I don't lose that fucking gulag. How do I lose that? I didn't think he was gonna reach out at. Alright.
Fuck. That's not good at all. It's really bad, actually. It's actually... That's like worst case scenario right now. We gotta listen on Clutch Belk, Levy, and Assault. They need an insane last game, brother. They need an insane final game.
Oh, man.
Clutch Belk goes down. Phoenix and Clumsy.
Getting thirded.
Here we go. The Gulag. All on Assault. It's all on Assault, chat. The 1v1 versus Locksteel. Well played. Well played from Assault. He's on 4 kills already. Well played. Just got money out of the Gulag too. He's gonna have cash.
Well,
that was Caster's curse. As soon as they went to listen in, they got smoked.
That was one of the weirder fights. They tried to chow together. They didn't really communicate all that well. Some people knew where people were, and some people didn't. There's just not enough there for me. Like, we need way more comms. We need to be hyperactive to communicate where players are at. I just don't see the energy and the passion that I'm used to seeing from a guy like Clutch Belk there. Made a great 1v1 play, but unfortunately, because he was by himself in that final fight, it didn't end up mattering. E700 cleaned it up, and now that team's in a blender yet again.
Oh.
Oh, T just trying to hit that
Oh.
rotation. And
Oh, he knocked him with that fucking SMG shot. Oh my god.
Sir Taylor trying to anchor down, hit the full.
Have you qualified? Yeah, I play next week. I play next week in the
you did just go through that fire sale, so a lot of teams were going to be looking for buy stations to grab UAVs,
winners bracket final qualifier.
That is ready for the long haul. Well, this squad on your screen, what they need are eliminations, because when you find yourself on the cusp, just outside of 20th place,
your nose just got bigger.
And it's map number 5. You only got one more chance after this, so let's make this one a big one.
Yeah, it's the fight for mana, certainly. The map definitely pulling this direction. It looks like Clutch Belk's team able to somehow restabilize yet again.
Pinocchio's insane.
Get back onto the map, try to get to zone. They are fighting for every inch that they can get on this map, and they continually cannot catch a break. And Bling CJ really wants this knock and this team wipe. This is going to be
what he can do here. You got the France game up? Nah, I don't. Is it a good game?
Spartan, Sammy, 25th going into this map. Whereas Clutch Belk's
I get too distracted. If I have to look at a game on the left, chat on the left, alerts on the left, gameplay on the right, dude, it's a lot.
The rain bullets down from distance, but they got to grab this LTV. They got to get into
Start
the
bugging out.
Still 35 squads up, so we're not even into the multipliers just yet in circle 3. Now, for this squad sitting in 23rd place are 5 points outside of top 20. That's just how close things are going. But for Super Rob, Chronos Christ, let's see what we can do here. We've made it just towards the south of Bazaar. We're not the only ones, because this is Tommy's territory. You can see they're already beginning to be cleaning up Reidboyy and
Okay,
making a
you don't
push
have to be a
straight onto the
football
C4. Won't connect.
mastermind to enjoy the World Cup, motherfucker.
Squad number
What the
27
fuck?
first.
I this play.
The World
to
Cup
not
is
engage there.
insane.
Both of those teams are wiped if that happened. Team Tommy would have cleaned it up, no problem. You also see Team 30 right around the corner, and it looks like Team
Don't
27,
gatekeep, bro.
That team is getting out of dodge already.
You should never gatekeep. It's weird.
We don't like this spot.
Don't be a gatekeeper, bro. It's weird.
Smoke it out, run through cover.
Weird behavior.
There's enough cover in Bazaar to hop between the different buildings fairly easily with just a single smoke, or maybe you burn two. And like you said before, resupplies, munitions boxes, you're gonna have a ton of smokes.
How come you're not competing? I'm playing next week, bro. I'm playing next week.
Underneath Joe Gang here, this is actually a decent spot, and they're electing to continue even further. They want this far building. They don't want to have anything to do with a big building like that main central building in Bazaar that Joe Gang's team is on top of. They want this far side that they feel like they can lock down much more effectively. I don't mind the play, and now
Scared
they're by
of
themselves,
land.
not sandwich. A great wrap that they somehow did not get punished for.
All I know is we got Team Tommy going against Team Tommy on the left side of Bazaar for now, and Teeny and Obs are just looking.
You do
for
know I've
any
played on land,
kind
like,
of opening that we
7
can.
times.
But Vexo, Joe Gang, Av on your screen.
8.
Now we have to start
Actually,
looking at where we are going to maybe take
like 8
that push.
times.
Do we decide to fight the main of Bazaar and third it?
Maybe
or
9.
Do we try
Probably
to
8
isolate
times.
and take out Team 27, which is going to be Oreo season and co. Because if you can clear that out, you
Odd
know
next
that
doesn't
third
count.
party
I'm
is
not.
real. But with that
H1Z1
update on where the
tourneys and
zone is
Fortnite
pulling,
tourneys.
and everyone from that low town and even farm side of things that's going to be rotating into Bazaar, you have
None
to
were
go
in
ahead and
Warzone
deal with
lands,
these
though.
threats
Oh my
now,
God.
whether that's the proximity mines that are going down,
Okay.
just any kind
Yeah,
of
after playing Fortnite lands,
Fortunately for Team 40, Taj, this
Warzone
is,
lands are the ones I'm
Reflection's
scared
favorite team. They get here, what they think is early is actually incredibly late. 4 or 5 teams already set up in
5-ed.
Bazaar, just waiting for every team that rotates in. This open space leading up to Bazaar, especially on the side that Nico Infinite's on, coming up from the river, it's so difficult to get to a real position, especially near central Bazaar. Every team that tries to make a play thinking they're early enough is going to be dramatically punished and be sent back to the lobby. There's almost no chance of a team making it to central Bazaar until later into the zone where there's enough teams causing.
Dad, I feel bad for a Rays team right now, man. I'm a little bit worried. They need a massive game for the last game of the day.
But this is the other thing I was about to
Not
go
good.
to. If you
Not good at all.
overpeak to try to extend on some of these rotating in teams, the teams on the other side of Bazaar are just going to shoot you in the back. So
Not
it is
good.
this kind of cat and mouse game trying to
What are
figure
those
out when
gold
to pick up
balls
teams'
behind you?
rotation,
It's,
when to show your
Doritos
shoulder,
tournaments.
and when to smoke out cover of the other
From
building so you can take your
TeePee's
shots.
Doritos tournaments back in Verdansk. Won 2 of them with Husk. And then the big hammer is Minnesota Rocker tournament, $100,000.
Nobu Spartan squad on the opposing side of the water. C4 into the mix, but we are just not going to be able to strive here because of all the open areas. But I love that Lovey dives back into the water to plate on up, but we still want to smoke and try to hit this reg onto Clutch Belt. But knowing that Team OP Mark is
Nah,
in second
Bauer,
place,
I
has
kinda wanna
nothing
hit him
to
up
lose
for it.
because they've already pretty much granted themselves a qualification spot in the regional finals. You know that they're there, and we have to really go prone and stay out of their line of sight.
I kind of want to hit him up for it.
This
H asked me to go on his podcast.
This Riverside, I don't even know where
I'm
you
definitely
would go.
down.
Like,
I
think
just,
you
dude,
literally
I always
just
feel like
throw
I'm
out
just
and
so
play
bad
the
at
burner
podcasts. I don't know
because
why.
there's not another team coming out from this backside of ranch. Like, I don't think
Podcasts are scary,
actually in a
dude.
bad
Am I
spot.
bugging?
They're in zone. They have a rock of cover, and they can just hang out here for a while if they don't overpeak and get knocked. As long
Yeah.
as team, I think that's OP Mark, like you were talking about, doesn't decide to come wipe this squad, they can just hang out for a while and try to play placement. There's still 26 teams left here, Tiff, and that was actually Rumble Squad is what I'm talking about there with Team 14 on the far side.
Nobu Spartan squad just takes out Team Exact. Now, Nobu Spartan and co, they were sitting outside the top 20 in 23rd place, and that benchmark that they need to overcome keeps stretching. But when you're about to get into
Certified
the
Yapper, you'll be good? I don't think I'm certified yet. When I think of Yapper, I compare myself to Nade Shot, and I'm not even close to being that. I wish I could. I wish I could do that, but I'm not there yet. You know, he is like 40 years old, so I got like 15 years left to learn it, but it's fucking crazy. I don't know how he does it.
Well, honestly, I'm PDS finessing. I'm trying to stay over here, but I don't see gas masks. Only little Mario has this self.
I mean, it's impressive. It's good work. It's good fucking
It
work.
seems like this team that's been contesting Clutch Belk from the very beginning.
Here we go,
both
chat.
teams kinda came out of
Clown,
the initial
Lil
gunfight
Mario.
a
This
bit
team is currently in
wobbly. They had
4th
to try to
place.
restabilize, couldn't quite get all the resources they wanted, and now both teams are missing a player, likely because of that. They just couldn't get their feet from underneath him. And Tiff, you called it out perfectly.
Good play with the PDS. I like it.
For a little while, let the other teams fight. You might have a bit more of an open pathway forward after you wait out with the PDS. I think at this point with 5th circle, you're still gonna have a good 15, 16 seconds with that PDS out in the gas. If you don't have the gas mask though, you need to start rotating pretty quickly to make sure you make it in time before the next zone begins to move. But here we go. Back with your team. This is MWIII. She is unfortunately down, but Sir Taylor, Finesse, both still alive, and they know what they can do. Here's the play.
Ooh, what a fucking shot. Oh, finessing. Oh my god. That shit just made me feel some type of way. A great shot.
Station closes, so they now have all 3 up, and T can kind of play that micro UAV play where you float in the air for a little bit, try to grab live pings, and then try to fall on some loot to help out her team. But unfortunately, Finessing over peaks, gets punished for it. Back down to 2 they go.
All right, ST on your screen. C4 out. We're not gonna actually hit.
There goes that guy's camera. Holy shit.
Alive. Actually elects to rotate the outer way. Now there's a couple things that went wrong with the initial push, and I'm not even sure if we're gonna be able to withstand here. This is a squad that was outside the top 20 coming into map.
She's gotta like try to get that shack.
If we can get to this shack ahead of the way.
The fuck is she alive?
Really just cover all the bases. Okay, we should be all
Oh my god.
Granted, our cover is blown. Everyone knows where we are. We don't have any plates, and we
What a
just
play.
need to stay out of line of sight from extra pairs car 98. The rotate that they just made with Finessin and Sir Taylor taking those shots onto B-Mark and crew gave away their position and really led to their demise. So hopefully
who's gonna win this game? Who do we got alive?
10 because extra pairs
OP marked Reidboyy, dude. They've been doing good too. They're in 2nd place. They're still alive in a good position here.
What the threshold is and being out of bounds, and we are just
They're safe up here on this fucking hill. Bro, this team is so good at positioning. That smoke's up. They're playing off of it. What a fucking play. I love it. They got height on everyone. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And it is OP Mark's squad that yet again,
dude, they're doing it, man. E on edge, dead. Reidboyy, nice snipes.
Everybody else's chances. If you're a team at the top, you see a good team.
Is this team triple snipe? This team is triple sniping, chat.
I'm killing them. I'm pushing fights.
Triple sniping is kind of insane.
You don't have to play slow here, Tiff. You can play aggressive. You sure care about winning, but you've already made regional finals. Go play spoiler. If this team sees Clutch Belt and they get a knock, if I'm this squad, I am no.
It wasn't OP Mark, the team that didn't want to play in this? Yeah, apparently OP Mark did not want to play this. According to FIFA. I don't know the whole, I don't know
yeah, and then you look
serious that was or not, but yeah, FIFA said this team, the OP Mark did not want to play.
Right into their storyline, 8th on your screen.
I thought C8 was EU.
Just ahead of them, picking up some well-needed eliminations.
Am I fucking high?
Hit that self-res for the teammate if they can, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get it. We're gonna have wide
Stizzy, my man, thank you for the 21 months.
For the full wrap onto Team B Mark. Maybe we can get a couple more eliminations, but across the way, it's just Lovey and Clutch Belk left.
You thinking C Pentagon? Nah, C8.
Keep your lines
I don't know why I thought it was EU.
onto those 2 squads, maybe pick up some of those elims, but that rotate is going to have to go through straight onto Team
Ruth, are you good, bro? Lock in, dude. What the fuck? I love you, Clutch Belk again. Clutching up in the final few games. They needed this more than anyone. Hey, don't steal what I'm saying.
I figured they'd get wiped here by Reidboyy's team. I don't think any team even has a chance to
stole my whole flow, bro. What the fuck was that?
They're going to win this. All 3 alive.
Yeah, this is free. Look at this.
Not close, but the fact that Clutch Belk's team
this is so free.
And at least make it to final
oh my god.
As B-Mark gets obliterated.
Oh my, Reidboyy's on 8. Belk dies to the zone.
Again, the flowers handed to the hat tip to OP.
Wow.
Shaded set Reidboyy. They had position. They held
I mean,
it down.
dude.
They got here early. They got the kills. If anybody had a question of whether or not they were competing today, yes, they're competing.
This is impressive. They're frying this lobby.
today, dominating the competition, just playing the game better. That's all it is, Tip. Very well
They're
done.
frying this lobby, man.
Fights. Look at their position. There's little to no chance they ever get beat at this point.
Damn.
No, and they're doing such a strong job here of
GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat.
Them any chance of rotational
One more
ability.
game. Is he getting off? Okay. I don't want to get off. I really want to finish this right now because there's one more game. The problem is I have an important call at 3 o'clock. And it's 2:53.
I mean, it had to be nerve-wracking. Almost definitely, and a lot of pressure of that was on Fedestin, who was getting a lot of clutch car snipes and able to be recovered in such an open zone.
How important? Like, I need to do the call.
Annoying, but that's what we were talking about. You have to have utilities. You have to have smokes or some way to be able to rotate out in these open positions.
To be fair,
As you see, a lot of teams were getting punished even.
I forgot this was 6 games and not 5, so it kind of like would have been perfect, but now it's not. Loop us into the call. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, horrible idea. So, with that said,
You never know what you're going to run into, especially like let's say you're playing Edge and you've got to go into City. You've already got the
yeah, I have a call and then I'm going to Teeps. I am going to Teeps today, right after the call.
But the cars are ringing.
Chat, I'm probably going to, I have to call it. I gotta do the call. It's important. But great viewing party. We got bigger viewing parties coming up. We got EU tomorrow. And then we also have, we have the big boy finals on Wednesday and Thursday. Those are going to be fucking huge. Those are going to have everyone in there. Those will have all the big boys in there. That's going to go fucking hard. Hopefully, a Raise and the boys can qualify. I'd like to see them do well and see them move on, but they've been going through it. They need a big game.